Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and I've been gaming on Red Dead again very recently. I think I've been gaming on Red Dead nonstop. This game is absolutely amazing. Single player is great, I'm on my way to 100%ing it, but online finally released and I got my hands on it. I've been playing it for days now, and it has been quite an experience. Now, one thing I will say before we begin, I think Red Dead 2 is an amazing title. I love this game. And whatever this multiplayer does for the positive or the negative will never take away the hours of enjoyment I had from one of the best open world games this generation, period. Now, the online is something that was going to be a little interesting for me to begin with. As some of you may know, I was a heavy GTA 5 player. I played GTA 5 quite a bit with my friend Amaru, and that was our main game for a while. Now, GTA 5 was a title that, again, brought the idea of Grand Theft Auto, a massive sprawling open world, into the online sphere. And at first, it was a very messy launch. Everyone tried logging in, day of release. It completely failed. Red Dead 2 avoided that. It rolled release. So basically, if you bought the Ultimate Edition first, you were in, and then so on and so forth. It would let people in gradually. Smarter way to handle it. So in that case, Red Dead 2 has actually had a surprisingly better launch than its predecessor. But going back to GTA 5 or GTA Online at this point, the game was a grind to begin with. And it was a grind that I guess we were willing to tolerate because it was a game type that Rockstar was just getting into at that moment in time. The idea of earning money through missions that we could complete cooperatively together in the single player was kind of cool, earning those meager payouts and saving up for our first apartment. And as time got on with GTA Online, the actual pit of grinding and the microtransactions got to the point where this is the reason why I quit playing the game at all. And it gets worse the longer you wait to get into it. And allow me to explain. See, unless you're like me and Amaru, who are legacy players of GTA 5, we have millions of dollars that we have earned to buy the new gameplay loops Rockstar releases with each new expansion on that front. And with that, we're able to earn money. Some new person walking in right now will have a tough time inefficiently grinding and then making their way to even close to where me and Amaru were. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing? I mean, me and Amaru are older players. Should we be allowed to have more than the new player? For sure. But the grind is something that just isn't fun any way you look at it. It's to a point in GTA 5, at least for me, where I would rather work real life hours to earn real life money, and then if I really cared about this game, spend some of that money into the actual stuff. But if that's what I'm looking at right now, it's better for me not to even touch the game anymore. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 Online just launched, and it basically starts out giving us the open world experience of the single player game, just translated to the online. So I've been spending my time basically exploring the free world, hunting around, and just getting into fishing. I have been exploring the missions, and the missions are kind of cool. They're just story missions. I think there's 8 in total, where basically all you do is, have these fully voiced, narrated, and motion captured cutscenes. You have your own character. There's a whole story arc going with it, and you play through it with other people online, matchmaker with your posse, and that's one aspect. And the other one is like PvP, which I really haven't gotten into because the game's auto-aim mechanic is so heavy that it's completely boring to handle. And the fact that the shooting is kind of a little janky online, I do not touch the PvP. But free world and PvE is absolutely amazing for this game. I do enjoy that. And the thing about it is because the game is in beta, I suppose, that loop kind of gets a little bit old, I guess. The missions from the strangers in the free world often bottle down to like 3 or 4 different tasks, which I guess isn't too far off different from the single player, right? I mean, you're often doing 3 or 4 tasks. Go here, kill this guy, grab this, do that, yada, yada. It's a crime game. We know what's up. And I guess in that regard, I can sort of let it pass. I mean, they are seamless. It's a game that just works, as certain other developers do say. But the one thing that got me going was how the economy is placed in this game, and that was the big point of contention for me. What does this game look like in terms of the grind and the microtransactions? And I'm not exactly impressed, so let me get this started real quick. For a lot of the actual stuff in this game, like cosmetics and things that actually add gameplay loops, like fishing, for instance, there is a level lock behind it. For fishing, you have to be level 14, and then you are able to buy a bow. Sorry, not a bow, but the fishing rod. And, when it comes to weapons and all that kind of stuff, it is level locked. So you need to be like level 30, level 40, level 50 to get certain pieces of armors or clothing, which is okay, fine and dandy. GTA did the same thing too. But the real issue is how much certain things cost. Now, just to give you a short example of this, a bow and arrow in this game's version of the late 1800s costs somewhere around 120 to 130 fucking dollars. Maybe a little bit more than what I was going at there. In what alternate dimension does that shit make any fucking sense to any of you people watching? But hey, you don't need to fucking do that because microtransactions exist. Not really. Rockstar actually has kept the store locked away. I think this has to do with it being a beta, or more so that reviewers can't focus on the fact that it actually has microtransactions and start gauging grind and real money comparisons right there and then. So maybe we'll see exactly how the gold system works when Rockstar opens the floodgates. But basically, the idea is that instead of spending 130 earnable dollars, you can spend 5 gold fucking bars on a bow and arrow or horse insurance or anything, and these go up and higher. You can get to like a point where you have to spend 100 fucking gold bars on like something. I believe one of the most expensive horses, the Arabian, is like somewhere in like the 300 to 400 gold bar region. And there are people who have already done the math on how long it takes to earn some of these fucking bars, and they can be up to like hours upon hours per bar. So if you start factoring in, if you were only going to earn these microtransactionable currencies, which get paid out in like fucking penny amounts, literal penny amounts, from like story missions or the occasional treasure hunt the game gives you, you're literally relegated to spending hundreds upon hundreds of your time, hours of time grinding for one specific item, or some dude whipping out their credit card, swiping it, or entering details, whatever the fuck you want. I just want to sound cooler, and getting the item right there and then. And this kind of stuff does affect PvP, for an instance, right? You know, you can't spawn into showdown events with like these upgraded weapons or so on and so forth, and go in and wipe the floor if you have an automatic weapon. People are starting off this game with just basic repeaters. Me, I got the Ultimate Edition. I already start off with a shotgun, so I have a close range advantage to some individuals. But slow on, you understand what I'm trying to say. The economy is pretty ass tier. The grind doesn't make any sense. Going back to items that are 5 gold bars or $100. Right now, the best way to earn money in the game is to find big does, big deers around the map, lasso them up, perfect, put them on your fucking horse, take them back to the butcher, and make money that way. It's a grind, sure, but right now it's one of the best ways to earn money. So even if something costs 5 fucking gold bars that you can buy off the microtransaction store or earn, you can earn the actual disposable, like fucking earnable currency, the dollars, in less of a time than you earn the gold right now. So the entire economics of the grind doesn't make any sense into it. It's like they tacked on these terrible Korean MMO grindfest currency values without thinking the fact of what it is or how it is that this grind should be working out, right? Because at this moment in time, some of the stuff doesn't really make any sense. Shirts that are costing in the $40 to $50 range don't fucking make any sense. Back in the day, $50 was a lot, and I guarantee you could get more than one fucking shirt in the $50 range. Just saying, just putting that one out there. When you come from the single player component where guns are like literally a third of the price of what they are on the online storefront, it kind of stings you a little bit knowing full well what you're going to be expecting out of the Red Dead formula years down the line. But then again, I'm going to ask what you all think about this new online experience. There is a good game behind it. I do enjoy playing Red Dead Online too. But there is no way that I can sit back and not talk about these egregious fucking microtransactions Take-Two has forced upon this game. So let me know what you think. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like it if you dislike it. I am out.